Hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for another coffee and cards. I wanted to show you this fabulous little easel card that I received for a swap from a recent team event I went to. This gorgeous card was made by Ria Lessen, and she's one of our lovely Dutch demonstrators, and her website is Stampin' Cafe. And she gave the instructions for her amazing card, and she's used the Crafting With You bundle. I have not seen an easel card quite like this, and I really like it, and I wanted to recreate it. So I've done that for you today, and we're going to make one together. Now, the other thing is I have changed the measurements slightly. So hers are extremely precise. She's got her basic card base in shaded spruce at 14.7 centimeters by 21. She tells you how she scored it at 10.5. and how she's cut them off. I've rounded my numbers up a little bit, so it's the same. I just rounded my numbers up and I'm hoping it's going to work. My sample kind of worked. Okay, so I've got a card base in balmy blue, and I am going to show you what I do with it next. So this is a piece of A4 cardstock. I've scored it in half at 10.5 centimeters and I've cut it in half at 14.8. And the reason I've got the balmy blue is because I'm using this gorgeous paper called the Les Shops paper. It's part of a whole suite in our catalogue, and it has all these gorgeous shops on it. Look at them, they're French shops, there's bakeries, ice cream parlours. Look at it, isn't it stunning? Absolutely love these papers. And I wanted to cut them out and have a play and make an easel card with it. So this is what we're going to do. I will show you at the end of the video the suite in the catalogue, because there's stamps and dies, I'm pretty sure, that come with this that I don't yet own. I can imagine that I will soon, but I don't yet own. So we're playing with the papers on their own, which is perfect for this card. So I've got my regular C6 card base. Okay, but it's going to be a landscape card, and as you know, I've scored it in half here. So this is 10.5 centimeters by 14.8. So I made myself a scrappy template and I wrote it out on all my scrappy bits and pieces. So what I've done with the front of my card, I have cut a section off at 5 centimeters down to the first score line. So I'm going to do that and bring it right down to that score line. And then just to make it a little bit easier, I've done 5 centimeters again on the opposite side. I'm just turning it around and doing it at the bottom. So 5 centimeters like that. So it's not 5, 5 and 5 because the card is 14.8. So there's a couple of mil in it. Okay, so now we have this flappy number here. Oh, I haven't quite cut that. That's interesting. How does that happen? I mustn't have been pressing on my blade in the middle. I hope that's clean. It's probably not now. Might have to redo it. Oh, that's fine because I'm going to cut it off. So that's good. All right, now along the middle score line, you can use your scissors or you can just cut it up like so. And I'm going to make this a bit tidier where I've cut it wrong. And then going up here. So we have got what we want. I'm just going to tidy this up with my snip. When I first saw this amazing card by Ria, I thought that she had cut the 3 sections and glued this down, but she has not. She has cut it out like I've just done. Okay, so to make our middle piece bend, we're going to put a score line in it. Now we know that this is 10.5 this way, so I have scored it. What did I score it at? I scored it 10.5, 5.2, which will make it 5.2 centimeters on one of the panels and 5.3 on the other. So yeah, it's just a mil in it. So we're scoring it there halfway along at 5.2. That's all we need to do. So now we have this affair, like so. Very easy. Okay, so these now are the bits that we're going to bring in. I have decided that Daffodil Delight would be perfect to go with this. So I've cut some pieces of Daffodil Delight cardstock out. So we know that this is 5 centimeters across here because we cut those pieces out by 10.5. So this piece of cardstock here and here is 4.5 centimeters by 10. These two. And then I cut some designer series paper pieces up from the pretty paper pack. And those are 0.5 centimeter smaller again. So these are 4 by 9.5. Very simple. And then I needed a piece for my inside, which is not, this one is 4 by 10 because I'm not using a piece of cardstock and I wanted it to end at the same place. So it's 4 by 10 and it is slightly skinnier in the middle, so that works well. And then I've got this piece on the top. So I've got 2 more pieces in this pattern, which is the other side of this one. And these pieces are 4.5, no they're not, yes, 4.5 by 5.2. And they go on the front there, 4.5 by 5.2. Okay, so they are all going to go on there. And I'm just going to glue those down now. Now, let's grab my seal because I think that will do the job. Actually, let's use the Tombow because that gives us a little bit more wriggle room. Now, I haven't used it for a couple of days, so it might be a bit blocked up, especially as it's a very hot day. Oh, no, it's running. It's running. Don't want too much. So line it up so you have a nice even border all the way around for your card. Like that. Sorry about the noise that you can hear. Somebody's outside the front cleaning the car, which is fabulous, but is making quite a bit of a noise. And this bit in the middle can get glued down as well. Like so. I think I've got my patterns going opposite directions, so you might want to be mindful of that. I think these bits are going that way and those bits are going that way. I don't really care, but you might. So those bits are going to go on. If that one goes on there. I think I made one slightly different, but a millimetre really doesn't matter. No one is going to notice 1 millimetre with the naked eye, I don't think. And anyway, even if they do, it's handmade, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, so there's our basis of our card. We just need to pop these lovely bits of paper on. What have I done with my other one? There it is. I love this blue and yellow. I might put that bit there. That bit there. It doesn't really matter. So pretty. I've never seen an easel card like this. So the Lay Shop suite is available now in my online Stampin' Up shop. The link is in the description box below if you fancy it. It's really, really pretty. It's really gorgeous. So let's just put a bit of glue. All the links that you might need are in the description bar below. So if you want to get a permanent discount with your Stampin' Up goodies, you can join my lovely team and the link is there below. You get 20% off or 25% off even. You can do that too. Okay, so we've got this going on. I will need something to keep my little easel card going. And I went through the papers and I thought, right, okay, what shop am I going to put on here? What is this card for? And I thought you could make it for anything. You could have, look, there's clothes stores if someone likes shopping for clothes. Where's the one that I was looking at? That's the other side of that one. All the little shops. And there's a bakery. This is a nice pattern. I cut some out. So let's have a look. I've been chopping it all up. there's a piece I can't find. Here we go. Super useful piece. This one has a bakery on it, and it has an ice cream shop, and one of them has a bookstore, which is really good because you could have a little bookstore for a birthday card for a book lover. There are so many different options in this paper. So I went for the ice cream shop to make it into a birthday card. Yeah, you can see the ones that I've been cutting out. So there's the one that I cut out. There's a bookstore. And there's little pot plants that you can use and cut out. There's little like trees. There's all sorts of things you can cut out. So I've already been and cut this one out. I fussy cut it. You don't have to. I'm not sure about the dies. We'll have a look at those in a minute, but I'm pretty sure the dies will cut some of these out for you. So I'm going to glue mine on here. I think I'm going to pop some sticky dimensionals on. Now, just be aware that the shop is not as large as my card, so I don't want to, and it needs to pop up. So if I stick it all the way down there, it's not going to pop up. So I only want glue on this area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue onto the bottom of the card rather than on the shop. I'm not going to stick it up with foam pads. I just changed my mind. But you could definitely do that. So I'm going to pop it there. I might bring it to the bottom to cover up that yellow bit. So when you close it, it's like that. It looks really cute. And it's going to pop up. So I was wondering, how could I pop this up? Now there's loads of little bits in the paper, like trees and plant pots and little chalkboards, which are good for advertising your ice cream store. So I thought this would be great to hold it up. But I didn't want it looking so flat. So I've had an idea. I don't know what you think. Tell me if you think this is going to work, because I've no idea. I haven't tried it yet. I've got a scrap of the cardstock, just a little tiny strip. This one is nearly 3 centimetres. And halfway along, I folded it in half. Okay, so the idea I thought, now I worked this out so it would work, is if I put a little bit of glue on the bottom of it and have it here. No, that's going to show, isn't it? So I need to do it. Can't remember what I decided. I think I need to have it like this. Like that. It needs to be straight. Be straight. Why can't I do it straight? Okay. So then it will sit up here like that. Yes, this would work. This is paper engineering on the fly, guys. All right, I'm going to pop a bit of glue on here. So I cut this little one out from the designer series paper with my snips. I'm going to pop that on there. Just make sure that your bit of card that you folded in half is smaller than your item. And then you have got your easel card. Oh, do you know, I've not tried that before. I'm really chuffed with it. And the point of having it like that is it can fold flat to go in the envelope and then just sit back up again. How fun is that? I really love it. Now what we need is to have something like something stamped on it. So the lady whose card I was inspired by has got "You Inspire Me" here. I believe if I stamp on this designer series paper, you won't see it behind the shop, and also it might get lost in the yellow. So I think I'm going to add a little sentiment on the front. And what I would do is I would add a panel on the back to write your greeting, whatever it's going to be. So let me grab a stamp. I've got a birthday one. Let me have a look. Where is it? Here it is. This is my go-to birthday greeting. It is absolutely brilliant. It even comes with a die, and it says, "Happiest of birthdays to you." This is an amazing set. You need to have it in your stash. It's called Charming Sentiments. It's got all the ones you need. All the ones you need in there. Right, so happiest of birthdays to you. I need a block. I need an ink pad. Now let's decide on what colour ink pad we need, and we also need some white. keep lots of scraps of white that I use. So what I'd like to do is pick out one of the colours. Now, it would be very easy to pick out one of these little reds or pinks, but I'm not sure. So this looks like it's Misty Moonlight. If you're never sure of what the colours are in your papers, turn it over on the back and it will tell you exactly what the colours are. And there's a big long list in this one, which means it gives you lots of choices. So we've got Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. And you know what? I think I'm going to go for Night of Navy because it's a really bold, nice colour. I'm going to cut it out using the dies. You could easily just cut it out as a little rectangle. I might do that. Yeah, let's just see, because it's quite a large stamp, this. I'm still not sure quite how it's going to work. I'm sitting down. Right, wishing you, first stamping we've done for this card, the happiest of birthdays. I think I'm going to have it as a rectangle and not die cut it. I think it would suit the shape of the card better, but we'll try and see. I think it's perfect for a birthday card because of all the ice creams and the goodies on there, which has made me hungry for ice cream. Oh dear. Trying to get fit at the moment, so ice cream isn't on the menu, unfortunately. What a shame. So there we go. All I've done is made a rectangle. Let's see. It might be a bit large. I might be making it a bit smaller. I might need a skinnier sentiment on here. A small happy birthday, that's what I need for this particular one. Right, what I was going to do, if I can find my snips, because I keep putting them down. Here they are. So I was going to cut the end off, but I still wonder if this is a little bit long. Oh no, I like that. That works, doesn't it? If we can just see the top of the nice frontage for the shop. I think I'm going to put some of my snail on there. But definitely think about the sentiment that you want and where you want it to sit. And I'm not putting any on the end. I just put it behind the left-hand side so that it doesn't stick when you shut your card down. There we are. It will shut down perfectly now. I could even have popped that up on dimensionals because I didn't pop up the shop in the end, did I? So that would have worked. Maybe I should do that. I am really pleased with it. Now, I didn't put a lot of seal on there, so maybe it'll pop off quite well. Yes. I love this card. A huge thank you to Ria, who gave me her beautiful swap using the Cheerful Daisies paper and the crafting. Oh, what's it called? The Crafting with You bundle, which has all those beautiful crafty, I don't want that on there, do I? Beautiful crafty items in it. It's got a die cutting machine. It's got an easel. It's got all sorts of, they've got wool in it. It's got all sorts. We'll have a look. So there we go, that's a bit better. Pop it back on. Yes, and that is now popped up on sticky foam pads. Oh, I love it. So pop a little white panel on the back so that you have somewhere to write to Fred, happy birthday, whatever it's going to be. Great Auntie Mary. Whoever it's going to be, you need to write it on there. So make sure you put a piece of basic white on the back. You could use the stitch shaped dies to make it look pretty, or just cut a rectangle will be perfectly fine. Okay, now I think the last thing we need to do is have a look in here and have a look at the shopping suite. Let's have a look. Not here. Where is it? Perhaps I'm calling it the wrong name. Where be you? So many beautiful things in our catalogue. If you don't have a catalogue, don't have a demonstrator, please get in touch. If you live in the UK or Europe, I would be more than happy to pop you a complimentary one in the post. Here it's called the Lace Shops Sweet Collection. I think I was looking in the wrong place. Here it is, and it's got loads of ideas of things that you can make with it, with all the little shops and all the papers. If you buy it as a whole suite, the bundle gives you 10% off. The bundle is the dies and the stamps. Look at the little bakery items and the plant pots. It's got books, bakery, cafe, hello. How good is, I need this. And it's got these little beautiful sequins. So you can buy the bundle, you get 10% off. You can buy the whole suite. And if you buy the whole suite, it's got its own code number and you still get that 10% off because you're buying those two together. And it's got these loose silver sequins that go with it. So you've got the papers, the stamps, the dies and the sequins. So cute. And the one that Ria used was called the Crafting With You bundle. She used the daisy papers, cheerful daisies, and Crafting With You bundle is on page 91, and there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. How cool is that? You've got a die cutting machine, paintbrushes, you've got a basket, with love, a little heart. Life is better when you're crafting balls of wool. You inspire me, some flowers, a sewing machine, and sending you a handmade hug. And then we have lots of inspiration as well. And that comes as a bundle, and the dies have got extra things in them. So they've got scissors, they've got an embroidery hoop, and all of these things die cut. And there's a little paper trimmer die cut. Love this one. So she has used that with the cheerful daisies for the card inspiration to make the easel. Yes, love it. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing me make this card today. Thank you to Ria for the inspiration. I've really enjoyed making it, and I'll be making lots more of these. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Press the little bell button for notification of future videos and you'll see those pop up. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like any of the products that I've used, I sell them in my online Stampin' Up shop, and the link is in the description bar below. And I have got loads of inspiration over on my website too for you to look at, and that is inkstampshare.ink. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.